Hey guys, welcome to another video. Doing something to the GTI today. A bit of a brief install, just because I wanted to see if I could get the bumper off, and I did. I only broke some clips, and it was mostly the bumper. It's really out of sight, out of mind type of thing, but basically just followed. There's like 2 installation videos out there, or 2 at least bumper removal videos with 1 installation. So we're kind of just making do with what we got. This by no means is a professional installation. It is my installation, which means if I can do it, you guys at home can do it. So, yeah, it looks like might need a little bit of paint correction. I know for those who go nuts about paint quality, you know, that's the car I care about. I take care of. This one, it's my workhorse. But, or no major damage at least to report, which is good. I actually took off these side markers. They're 3M taped on, which is insane. And I ripped them off, and I'm forgetting where I put them. Oh! Here it is. So if you guys recall, it's kind of like a US code or regulation thing. I don't know. But, yeah. So battery is still unplugged. The negative side is unplugged. This is still plugged in, it's just disconnected or clipped out. And you know, you guys, you really need to pay attention to all the T25s, because it's all T25s to get that bumper off. Pretty self-explanatory. So anyway, another elephant in the room. We got the RS3 wheels on because we nailed a pothole. Hopefully didn't bend a wheel, but I guess we'll find out when we bring it in on Wednesday. But yeah, so I'll bring you guys inside, and yeah, we'll talk about the front lip. Ideally not have it like this, so it is flat. But you guys can see it's kind of got this textured black. It's extremely durable. It's got this great thickness and kind of rounded edge to it. So yeah, I had it kind of on a bit of an angle, so I'm hopefully that doesn't impact the install. Got the bumper upside down. Yeah, with our guide to where the nuts and bolts go. And yeah, so now it's time to start drilling and make something happen. All right, you guys, some may not like this site just because the paint is on the carpet, but it's relatively clean, so it's not like there's much dirt on the bumper itself. So there shouldn't be much scratching, but as you guys can see, we got our guides in, so you kind of want to start with those corners. They're not all the way tight. Maybe this one would be the tightest, but reason being is I'm going to tighten everything down all at once. Now is the fun part. We got to start drilling. I'll love with you guys. It's been about almost 10 years since I've drilled into a bumper. This will be interesting, but again, I keep reiterating, if I can do it, you watching at home can absolutely do it. So. Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of this video, which happens just to be in the same video. Pete got a little frustrated and rushed his install, and it's on there though, so I could celebrate that, but we definitely rushed it. So it's a really simple install, you guys. I mean, the thing you got to look out for is take your time, watch those videos. There's 2 videos I referenced on YouTube to install. I'll link those in the description below. First one is really removal of the bumper. There's no way you're getting this thing on as well, I'd say as cleanly as I did, because, you know, there was some corners that were cut. But yeah, there's no way you're getting this thing on without taking off the bumper. You have to do the bumper. You know, maybe you can throw it on without the removal of the bumper, but I just think to save yourself time, a headache, or more of a headache, just take the bumper off. So obviously you're going to start, you know, jack the car up, take the wheels, the front wheels off, you know, put it on jack stands. I did a simplified, like, one corner up, you know, and then go to the other side, put the wheel back. You know, I added some extra steps and unnecessary steps, you could argue, but came off fine. The one thing I will address too is you really want to be mindful of the screws you're taking off. You can't really tell, and hopefully you can't tell because it's just obvious to me, but okay, that looks a little better. But as you guys can see, we got a bigger gap here, and that's simply because I absolutely torched one of the screws. that holds the bumper to the fender, and I did that also on the other side. I just completely missed it, and I'm really ashamed because now I'm probably gonna have to take it in for a little bit of trim repair or bracket repair or whatever, or I'm just gonna put some, like, I don't know, like adhesive spacers or whatever to just lift it up a little. I'll figure out something. This is something that a lot of you guys at home won't have to deal with because you're probably meticulous, you may not rush, and maybe you're a little bit more handy than I am. But guys, overall, enough from talking about the install. I wish I had a little bit more detail and stuff to talk about during that install, but yeah, guys, it looks so freaking good. It's not gonna come up on camera because each time I saw a video online, I was like, oh, you know, I can see it a little bit, you know, I notice it, but it takes, you know, the right photos, you have to zoom up. But what it really does, in my opinion, is it really helps kind of lower the front of the car. And you can argue on a lowered car, that's something you may not want, but if you guys can see, I mean, it's not drooping by any means, that thing's on there tight, but it's really not much lower, you know, on the corners. Really, if anything, it's just, you know, kind of got rid of that middle clearance, and to me it doesn't matter because I know that this thing is not coming off the way I installed it, so I don't encourage that you guys, when you install, to just over tighten it because it's plastics, and as you learned from my bumper removal, it's easy to break stuff. But yeah, it really does kind of elevate the look of the car. So yeah, the plastic itself, it's really high dense, and it's textured, you know, so it won't really show scratches as easy. You know, it may make cleaning and you know, you may have to be a little bit mindful of like dirt kind of falling in those little grooves just being textured, but at the same time, I would take that over something that's glossy that's going to scratch. I mean, my maxed-in diffuser on my RS3 is already just incredibly scratched up. It's probably due just to the glossy plastic and just being cheap plastic, but I believe at CJM they also source their plastic within the United States. That's kind of cool. So yeah, overall, I mean, you know, they're a great company. They've been around for 10 years, as I mentioned, and, you know, they're definitely kind of a growing name in the MQB, especially these new Mk8 cars. In fact, actually, the first car that I've ever seen this front lip and the side skirts as well was on a Tornado Red, I think, 40th anniversary GTI. So I was immediately sold. I really think it does improve the look of the car, and I'll leave that for you guys to decide too. Please leave in the comments below what your thoughts are on this. I know they offer a kind of like even like a front splitter, like a quick release racing splitter, and it looks super cool. I've seen there was a lapis blue R on Instagram with it. I think I've seen a couple other cars as well, and it's really, you know, meant for the track, but you can obviously run it on the road. Makes your car just look that much cooler. In my opinion, I just wanted to go with this club sport-esque look, and I think it really does tie in the look of the car. So huge thanks to Chris for shooting this over, and excited for some more stuff. I think probably the next thing we'll jump on is rear diffuser. Probably going CJM. I don't know. There's two to choose from. I know there's kind of a more aggressive one with those slats or spats or whatever, although I think the spats are for like the rear bottom section, the corners. Correct me. Stay tuned for some more videos. We got some more stuff coming for this car. Can you believe it? I just want to make this thing completely unrecognizable, but also OEM plus. I don't think those really mix, but happy medium, and I'll be a real excited guy. So thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely let me know what you guys want to see next. Obviously we have some planned stuff in the mix, but certain POV drives, we're bringing those back too. I mean, I know that those are the fan favorites, so we'll do some POV drives, and yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace and love.